Hello guys, this is Sandra here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. It's lovely to have you here and I hope you're gonna enjoy your time. So today we're gonna do a new type of video for me. So I'm gonna talk about all the products I purchased in mainly March or April, like the past 2 months. I have gone quite a bit crazy. I did mention that I did have a miscarriage, which I do plan to talk about at some point, but I just have to sort of get through it, mentally first. But I think I went a bit crazy on retail therapy. Like, I like to try new makeup products anyway. It is something that does give me, quite a lot of joy. So I purchased quite a few fair bits of beauty products anyway. But I feel like I went especially crazy because I was trying to compensate and, get anything that makes me happy. So I bought a lot of different products. So we have skincare, hair care, makeup, nail polish. So I will try to talk about it in categories so I can leave a little timestamps on the bottom. And I bought more things than what I'm going to talk about today, but I haven't given a proper rule to everything where I feel confident about telling you my thoughts. So some of these I have first impressions with on the channel. If so, I will link it up in the cards and down below. Also, if you like my makeup, I filmed a few videos in this today just because I have time today, so bulk film when you can. But if you like this, I use the new Colourpop and Winnie the Pooh collection, so I will link that card again up in the cards and down below. Some of these you will find snippets on my Instagram, or Twitter, not Twitter, TikTok, which both of those are either Szannyside on TikTok or I'm Szannyside on Instagram as well, but it's more my personal one, and then all my makeup bits and bobs are on Sunny Makeup. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into it because there's a lot of products. Oh, before we jump in, actually, I might make these into a monthly thing. I don't know if I will have enough products each month to talk about. At the months when I do, I will definitely do this because it's a good way for me to tell you more than just first impressions. So yeah, might turn into a monthly or bi-monthly thing depending on, how much I purchase in the future. We'll see, God help my budget. So we're gonna start with nails because I only have one product really, and it's the Catrice Neon Blast nail polish, and this is in the shade Blazing Coral. And I really like this. So this I showed you in my Catrice and Essence Disney Classics video, and I tried this since. I will put a picture up here so you can see what it looks like, but I really like it. I feel like I will get definitely more use out of it in the summer because it's such a bright coral shade. But I cannot wait to use it on holidays. And this is a typical Catrice formula in the sense that it works in one layer, but I really like to use 2 layers instead. It's a bit of a thicker formula, so you will have to make sure to use a light layer, otherwise I feel like with every other nail polish as well, it will peel off easier. But so far I really like it and I cannot wait to use this color more because it's gorgeous. Let's move on to something else. I only have one of, and it's a perfume, and this is, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Huda Beauty's perfume brand. How do you pronounce this? Kajali? I don't know how to pronounce it. But this is the perfume Eden, so this is the one in the red packaging. The presentation is beautiful, but this box is quite tight. That's what she said. Don't mind me. The bottle is beautiful. I really like the box as well, but the scent, oh, it's so beautiful. It smells really fruity but sexy and seductive at the same time, if it makes sense. Does it say what the top notes are? Yes. So even this is Eden Juicy Apple 01 is the exact name, and it has juicy red apple, wild berries, jasmine, lychee, vanilla flower and sensual musk. I mean, those don't say a lot to me, but if they say something to you, if you're a perfume person, there you are. As you can see, in the past month I used a fair bit of it, To be fair, you don't need a lot, like 2 spritzes will make you smelling amazing for the whole day. And I feel like it's a typical really nice spring/summer kind of fragrance, just because it's so fruity, but also I feel like it's perfect for summer nights because it just smells sexy. And I didn't think fruity and sexy go in the same sentence, but with this perfume they do. And I find it quite hard to find a really nice cruelty-free fragrance. Like, that is something I struggle with, and this is so good. It's definitely my new signature scent. So I am definitely due a haircut because it's getting a little bit, you know, out of hand at this point. But I got this wet brush, which is supposed to be like a tea tree oil detangling kind of brush. Apparently the brush is infused with like tea tree oil and it should help to detangle and take care of your hair. And I'm pretty sure this one is biodegradable, but I will have to double check that claim. And I just thought that, you know, my hair gets so tangled up, so this will be perfect. But I have to say, like, I don't mind this brush, but it's still a struggle to detangle my hair, so I don't think it necessarily did what I wanted it to do. I just thought it's gonna glide through and, you know, like a shampoo advert, it's gonna be amazing. And it's not. I'm in some type of mood today, if you couldn't tell. I don't know what it is. But either way, it's okay. It's not the end-all be-all of brushes, but, you know, it brushes my hair. Did it make detangling easier? Not really. But 2 other hair products, I didn't grab them from the bathroom, I'm really sorry, but I will insert a picture here, is the Garnier shampoo and conditioner. They are both for sensitive scalp, which I do have, or I think it's sensitive hair, but I thought, you know what, I will try them because I don't know, my scalp, it's a weird place because it can get really oily, but for the past, I want to say 2-3 years, it started to get like, I don't know if it's dandruff, because I thought you have dandruff where you have a dry scalp, and mine is not itchy either, but it does get flaky. So I don't know, I'm trying different things. I'm not sure how much they're working. It's sort of under control, but not really. So if you hear me talk about this and you have similar issues, please recommend me something that's working. I feel like they're really nice, but I'm not sure if they are doing anything special. Like, they are nice in the sense that they are not making my hair, you know, really heavy, because sometimes what I find is that with more moisturizing products, they can be a bit too heavy for my hair. I think especially because I have so much of them, like, I don't want anything that's gonna make it, you know, heavier than it already is. I feel like they're quite nice, so if you are someone who might even have itchy scalp, I think this can be a nice option. Also, from the shampoo I found like a big bag rather than a bottle, because price-wise I think they were on discount, and I thought, you know what, I have another Garnier shampoo that's going towards the end of its life, so once I finish it I can just refill that bottle with this, and then it cuts down a bit on plastic, you know, just doing my little bit. But so far I do like them. I use both of them quite a few times. And then I have 2 last items to talk about before we move on to my favorite, which is makeup. But I'm quite excited about this. So I bought it in a little kit from a Beauty Bay, and this is the Spectrum Luxury Vegan Brush Soap in the scent Pink Grapefruit and Bergamot. And then also this little Spectrum Matte, which is, if I can lift it, looking like that. So I will put a picture up of what it looks like when it's full of brushes. It has 2 little hooks, so you can hook it on like a radiator or on the back of a chair is usually what I do. And then it dries, I think, 11, 21, what is that, 32 brushes all together. So it dries 11 big complexion brushes, and then it dries 21 small like eyeshadow brushes or like highlighter brushes, like anything that's smaller. So, you know, it fits quite a lot of brushes. And now I would say for my personal needs, because I have so many brushes, it's not necessarily practical in the sense that I always have more than 32 brushes to clean, always. Also, I have a few brushes that are either too chunky or that are just a different shape that don't fit in there. Also, I feel like if you have double-ended brushes, which are not my favorite if I'm honest, but I have a few, but with double-ended brushes it's a bit fiddly because you don't want to bend the bristles as you push them through. So I feel like if you have a small brush collection and you just want to give them a quick, you know, clean and then want to make them dry quick, it is quite ideal. But for me, what I do, I have definitely over 100 brushes, maybe even over 200. So I have a lot, and you know, cleaning the brushes is a chore. So what I like to do is that I have a little acrylic pot in one of my drawers where I collect all the dirty brushes, and then once that pot is full, or I don't have any brushes left to use, which sometimes does happen, but you know when it's only like the little forgotten brushes that otherwise you don't use? Yeah, when only those ones are left, that's when I know it's time to clean my brushes, and then I clean them all together. So, you know, it's not quite enough for that. And also I feel like if something is chunkier, like let's say the Real Techniques brushes, they are a pain to put in there. But generally I do like the idea, and I still use it. You know, sometimes I just do like 4 or 5 days when I clean brushes every day, and then just do like 30 every day for like 3-4 days. So it works for that. And then this one I've been using for about 2 months, and look how little I have left. Now again, granted, I wash a lot of brushes. The scent of it I do like a lot. It's definitely like a typical grapefruit smell. It smells really nice and refreshing. I'm, however, not sure this is something I will repurchase. So I love this for any sort of eyeshadow brushes. Also, just to mention, it has like a little cleaning, like matte kind of thing in the top. And I'm already thinking of how I'm gonna like reuse this, because I feel like I should reuse this tin. But either way, I love this for like eyeshadow brushes or even smaller complexion brushes. So something like a highlighting brush or anything like that. But I feel like anything that's like a bit bigger, so like a bit of like a powder, you know, brush or foundation brushes, or even concealer possibly. Anything that you use with a cream, I feel like it just doesn't quite clean it properly. And sometimes I feel like when I clean my foundation brushes, they're just not fully clean. So I don't necessarily love it for complexion brushes, but for eyeshadows, this is perfect. So yeah, it's not a bad product, I just don't feel like it fully works with complexion products. But clearly I used a lot of it, so you know. And now the rest, everything is makeup. So let's go. Oh no, hold on, there's one last skincare item. Well, the only skincare item really. So this is the Disney Classics Lady Catrice Hyaluronic Acid Face Serum with Orange Blossom Water. Packaging, number one, adorable. I already showed it to you in a Catrice video, and as you can see, since then I used it a little bit more. I like the fact that it comes with a dropper. It has a really light shimmer running through it in the packaging, but once it's actually on your skin, I don't know how much you can see it, it doesn't show through on your skin, so that's not really an issue. Sorry, camera cut me off. So I do enjoy using it, but I always feel, it's not just this one to be fair, I always feel like with hyaluronic acid products, I don't really see a difference, whereas if I use a niacinamide serum, I do see a difference in my skin. So I use it. It is a nice cooling step, especially, you know, when the weather gets a bit warmer. It feels nice to put it on. I also enjoy the fact that despite it being really affordable, it comes in a really nice bougie glass packaging, so I love that. Another product that is from that video is the Catrice Shake Fix Glow Spray. So this is supposed to be a hydrating spray with cactus flower and pineapple extracts. Now this is one of those that when you shake it, it looks amazing in the bottle. And as you can see, I use a fair amount of it. Now, even in that video I mentioned that it doesn't really transfer any like glitter particles on the skin, even though it looks super glowy in the bottle, which I love. It does feel very nice and hydrating, and like with most hydrating setting sprays, I feel like it's nice because if you over powder, it takes down that like super powderiness on your skin. But you know, the same with the Becca one, I never really noticed that it will keep my makeup on longer, but it helps with the powderiness. So that's why I love hydrating setting sprays for. I don't mind if it doesn't help with longevity. I don't feel like hydrating setting sprays are there to help your makeup last longer. They're just help to make you more glowy, more hydrated looking, and less powdery. What else? Should we go on with the same products from that video? Oh, I forgot to grab the lipstick. So from the same Catrice collection, I do have a lipstick which actually I used quite a lot of times. I do really like it. It's a more peachy color. Again, video will be linked. I can put a picture of it up here as well. It's a beautiful lipstick. I do enjoy it, especially lately. I am a bit more of like a peachy kick, whether it's for the cheeks or the lips. So I really enjoy it. And then these two products as well. Oh my god, I love it. So the bronzer I actually used quite a lot of times. I'm not sure you will see, but the indentation is not as strong as it was before. I really enjoy it. It's a more cool tone bronzer. It has a really nice pleasant smell as well. It reminds me a little bit of the, oh my god, the Physicians Formula butter bronzer, the scent of it. I also love the fact that it comes with a big mirror, and I love it. I feel so bad using it over a lady's face because the imprint is just so adorable, but you know, it has to be used. This is beautiful. If you are a more lighter skin tone, grab it. It's beautiful. It's not too warm toned, it's not too cool toned either, but you can, you know, you can contour with it, but it's that fine balance where you can both bronze and contour with it, which I find is, you know, quite unique, because sometimes if it's something too cool toned you can contour with it, but definitely not bronze because it will just be too grey. But then at the same time, if something is too warm, it's definitely too orange to mimic a shadow. So I find that that hits a really nice fine line between the two. And then this eyeshadow palette, again, really decent mirror, but also I love the quality of the eyeshadows. So I don't know how much you can see. It definitely has seen quite a lot of love. Now I think my favorite shades are definitely still, I don't know the shade names though, hold on. So Protective, which is this like yellowy mustardy color. I love a good color like that. I also really love Italian Dinner, which is that one, and then also Siamese Cat and Tramp. So these two shimmer shades wise, I feel like some work better than others. So again, these two like marble shades, this one and that one, they are way too subtle for my liking. And then one of the gold shades is not working too well either. But the rest of the palette is beautiful. I've got quite a lot of use out of it. And if you want to see any of these products more in action, or even with the eyeshadow palettes, I have a few to show you. If you want to see like a one palette free looks kind of video, let me know. I would happily do that. But yes, I'm really happy with this palette. I feel like it's really good quality. It reminds me a lot of like the Good Colourpop eyeshadows. I love it. It's beautiful. The only thing from that collection that I think I used maybe once since the video is the Essence Patch Blush. Now the packaging, it feels really lush. The whole collection, to be fair, feels a really good quality. It's like a really strong cardboard. You know, definitely looks more fancy and feels more fancy than how much I paid for them. This is the blush. Now this is a really nice glowy NARS Orgasm kind of blush, maybe a touch darker than NARS Orgasm is, but I do love it. Again, this is the one that I haven't used too much. I maybe used it one time since the video, but you know, with the blush it's quite easy to tell whether you're gonna like it or not. Try not to blind you with the mirror, but this one, just like the rest of the collection, comes with a decent mirror, and it's a really nice product. Just as I said, I'm a bit more peachy lately, but this is still a beautiful blush, I find. And then concealer. I tried one new concealer this month, and it's the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in the shade, what shade do I have? Light. Okay, that's all it says. So in the bottle it almost looks like this would be too dark for me, but it's actually not. To me, this concealer is really similar to the Fenty Bright Fix, I think it's called. It's a really nice, fairly decent coverage. I feel like it's a light to medium coverage concealer, slightly buildable, but you will never get it up to full coverage. It's really nice and glowy, but if you want to, you know, you can always set it with a bit of powder as well, although sometimes I feel like that takes away the whole point of a serum concealer. But if you have a bit more mature skin, or if you have slightly drier skin, I feel like this is a really good option because of that hydrating quality to it. It's not gonna dry out your under eyes, so I feel like, you know, this is perfect. I really enjoy this product. I feel like this will be a good staple in my collection coming in the summertime, because lately I feel like, yeah, I am, you know, I'm 29, I'm almost 30, well, I have a half a year, but either way, I'm getting a bit older, so I feel like my skin is changing a little bit, but also because of the pregnancy and the hormones, my skin went through a lot. It went from combination to really dry to now it's moving back more to combination, so we had a fun time trying to figure out what's working. And by we, I mean me and my skin. But either way, that concealer worked really well for me and I really enjoyed using it. Surprising, because when I got it, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be too dark. But actually it blends out lighter, so it works. It's not gonna brighten, but it's glowy, so, you know, it's fine. It doesn't always have to be lighter. I'm too pale anyway, so there's not a lot that's lighter. Let's move on to the other cheek product first. So it's the Natasha Denona Rose Cheek Duo. Now this one is not a new launch. It's been around for a while, but I just wanted to try it because I know a lot of people talked about these little cheek duos, and for Natasha Denona these are really affordable. Now the packaging, even though it, you know, it collects fingerprints like there's no tomorrow, it's really bougie. It has a little magnetic closing mechanism, which I love the sound of. One more time. Love that. And that's what the products on the inside look like. So you have a cream blush on one side and then a powder highlight on the other side. The highlighter is a lot more subtle than I thought it's gonna be. There it is. It's really nice and skin-like though. I really enjoy it, but just for some reason I was expecting something more blingy. But it's nice, I like it. The blush on the other hand, I'm really confused. I don't know whether I just got something that's a bit old or the formula is generally like this. There it is. So the color of it is pretty, but it feels like really, I don't know how to explain it. Like it feels like a dried up Super Shock shadow. That's what it feels like to me, and you can like warm it up a little bit with your finger, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not it. The color of it is beautiful though, but I don't know. I was expecting it to be more creamy, so I don't know that it's because it's an older launch. Did it dry up a little bit? Was it like that to start with? I don't know how I feel about it. I'm using it anyway because the color I think is worth it, and again the highlighter gives that really nice natural, is it highlighter, is it her skin kind of glow. I'm just confused about the formula. But to be fair, even the highlighter is like quite a firmly pressed highlighter. I don't know why I'm swatching it to you. You're not gonna know it based on that. The glow it gives is beautiful, but even the highlighter is not as smooth as I would want it to be. But I mean, the glow is, it's beautiful though. It's undeniable. It's beautiful. It's just the feel of it, I'm not too sure. The texture, like it's not what I was expecting, but then it still performs beautiful on the skin. So, you know, I don't know. I'm in a bit of a limbo about that one. Let me know if you tried it. Is it what it's supposed to feel like since the beginning, or did I get a dodgy one because it's a bit of an older launch? I don't know, but I ordered it together. Should we move on to eyeshadow palettes? Why not? And then we have lip products at the end. But I ordered it together with the This Beauty, and this is the Natasha Denona Pastels palette. So this is her newest like mid-size palette launch. And I only have the mini star palette from Natasha Denona, so I never tried this size palette. And I'm not gonna lie, I was quite sad. I love the packaging, so I ordered it, and I liked the look of, you know, the middle of it. Now, I think I tried in here every single shade apart from Airy, which is beautiful, but I think that's the only shade I haven't used so far. I think I used the rest, and I don't know, like I love the pastels. I do love a good pastel color story. I think the formula is beautiful. I love the shimmers, I love the mattes, but at the same time I'm asking myself, was it worth £60? I don't know why I was compelled to try this one apart from like the more colorful ones, then I might get more use out of it. I don't know. I mean, if you look at it, you know, I don't know how much it translates on camera. I use it quite a lot. But I feel like this is a great palette as a companion palette. So I'm actually working on putting together a video where I show you what other palettes I like to use this in conjunction with. I know there's a lot of reviews out there, but I thought it would be a nice idea to show you how I like to use it as a companion palette, because with pastels I feel like not many people use it by themselves, but I think this is a great palette to use alongside other palettes. So you know, keep your eyes peeled. I am working on it. I'm just still working out on a few looks that I want to include. But yes, I feel like it's a nice palette. Is it a necessity in your collection? No. But if you like colorful looks and you feel like sometimes they are hard to blend out, then, you know, it's beautiful. I mean, I feel like for that you can use the Beauty Bay Pastels palette. I'm not gonna lie, I love that palette. I filmed many videos with it. We'll link them down below. I love that. The only difference is that this has the beautiful shimmers in here. So the two other palettes are older releases, but they are new to me. So I got the Anastasia Norvina Volume 5. Yes, Volume 5 Pro Pigment palette, which is the purple edit, and oh, I love it. Again, if I show you from close up, I think you'll be able to see that, you know, this has seen a fair amount of use. I love it. I don't mind the pressed pigment formula. Now, like with every other pressed pigment, you know, there will be a bit more kickoff or kickback in the pan, which I don't mind. I just step it off. Now there is, I think, two pressed glitters in here. No, that's actually not a pressed glitter. So I think 2 pressed glitters. Yeah, I think there are 2. Oh, the smallest of swatches. I'm sorry. I get so easily distracted. I'm a magpie. I can't help it. But yes, there are 2 pressed glitters in here. The rest are mattes and shimmers, and the mattes are super... I hope I'm not putting pigment on my forehead. The mattes are super blendable. The shimmers are so creamy. Oh, they are what dreams are made of. I wouldn't mind having more of these palettes. Are they big? Yes. So, you know, even though it has a really decent mirror, hey camera, this is not something I'm gonna travel with probably. But, you know, when you do your makeup, if you don't want to use... I mean, I have a huge mirror on my table, so I don't necessarily need this. But it's still really nice to have, like, literally my whole face and more fits in it. But I can come close, obviously. Sandra, you're holding it in your hand. But it's a really good quality mirror. The shadows are really dreamy as well. I really enjoy playing with them. You know, you can deepen up your look. You can go more pastel with those shades. As I was saying, camera... I love it. And also you can go more neutral because it has all these like more neutral shades, and that one, and you know, like even that one is very neutral in my books, and these 2 shades, so you know, you can go purple or neutral. Perfection, really perfection. And then the last palette is an Anastasia Beverly Hills one as well, and I know this one is controversial, but I don't care. So it's the Subculture palette. Now I know this one is being discontinued, but I seen it in TK Maxx. It was down to I think £25. I also bought a really good brush pot. Picture here, I love it. Ugh, hair. But I just could not resist. I always love this color story, and I do have a dupe, which is the W7 on the Rocks, which I did like it when I got it, or Luke got it for me. I can't remember who paid for it. Either way, that was a TK Maxx find as well. But now that I have the original, it has nothing on it. Now the only other ABH palette I tried before is the Norvina, which is in the same format as this one. So having these 2 new palettes, honestly, I love the formula. I get the hype. I still want Modern Renaissance, believe it or not. I love eyeshadows, and this is so sultry. It's so sexy. You can go neutral. You can go green. You can go like a warm toned, sexy, smoldering look. It also has this really dark grey that I love as a smoked out little cat flick. Perfection. I love, love, love this palette. There's just something about the Anastasia shimmer shades based on this palette the Pro Pigment palette and my Norvina palette, that it's just the shimmery shades are so soft. I love it, and even though it's being discontinued, I'm happy I could pick this up. I know this was really controversial, but again, it's a pigment, it's a pressed pigment palette, so you know, I knew there will be fallout, and I just tap it off and I don't care, because this shade here, called Electric, this is the most beautiful duochrome kind of shade, if my camera would focus. There, like it's this browny, greeny, orangey, oh, perfection. That's what it is. Let's move on, because I could talk about these palettes for a long time. Oh no, there's one last palette, sorry. This is the Lottie London Honey Bee palette. Now I have a look of it with using this on Instagram, and then I should have a blog post with this as well. This is what it looks like. So as far as I know, this is an eyeshadow palette from last summer. As you can see, mine has seen a fair amount of use. I love these two yellows. I like a good yellow or mustard. I mean, my favorite shade is yellow, so, you know, shocking. But this is beautiful. Now, the shimmers, some of them work better than others. I feel like the two, like, coppery ready shades work better than the golds. But the mattes in here are... the quality of them is so good. They perform like a much more expensive shadow. So again, while this color story was launched last summer, I've seen it on ASOS. I think it was down to like £4. But even originally, I think Lottie London palettes are like $6.99 or something like that. So either way, it's a steal. And again, the mattes are amazing. The shimmers varies, but those two more coppery, warmer brown shades are amazing. The golds are a bit more like a toppery kind of shade, but I adore using this either way. Now granted, because of the color palette, it's not like the Anastasia palettes or the Natasha pastels where you can get a huge variety. But if these are your kind of shades, you know, for the kind of money that you pay for this, you really can't go wrong. Now the plastic, while it's... I don't know, I feel like this might eventually break because it's a bit on the flimsier side. But, you know, again, it was really cheap, so... it's not like it's gonna break on me right now, but I'm just saying that eventually it might. But the shadows inside are amazing, really good quality. And then the last bits I ordered when I was on ASOS, there's another Lottie London find. I wanted to try these for ages. So this is the Glossed Supercharged Gloss Oil Tint. As the name suggests, it's a really nice oily gloss, and I got the shade Drenched. So this is a more like milky pink is how I can describe it. Now I can put it on now. I don't think you're gonna see the real color just because I have a bit of a brownie lip gloss on. Alright, you can probably tell that it did tone down my lips quite a bit. Now the only thing I'm not sure about is the plastic applicator, because it always collects gloss on it. Not like the camera focuses on it. There we go. So you can see it collects a lot of gloss on top, but apart from that, I do like the squeezy tube. It feels really nice and smooth on the lips. Now it says oil charged. I'm not sure how much it hydrates, but it definitely feels like one of those hydrating products on the lips. And I have a few glosses, but I don't have anything that is like milky pink, and I don't know why. For some reason, even though on my cheeks I prefer something peachy lately, I wanted a milky pink kind of gloss. Where that came from, I don't know, but I wanted one, and I've seen this on ASOS, and I never tried anything from Lottie London before these two products, so I thought I'm gonna give it a go. And I have to say, so far I'm really impressed with the brand. So based on these two, I would quite happily try more, and they have some really gorgeous eyeshadow palettes. So we'll see in the future, but you know, I love these two products. So far, they feel amazing. The prices are, you know, really affordable, so why not? If you're in the market for these products, they are really, really nice. And then the last thing, I'm sorry, my hair keeps tickling my face. The last two products are this lip duo, I guess. It's from Revolution, and it's this Soph X lip balm and lip liner. Now, I don't remember the name of the kit. I want to say it was something with icing, but it doesn't really say it on these. Like, they don't have a shade name. Oh no, the Satin Kiss lip liner is called Cutie, but I don't think the lip balm has a name. Or if it does, I don't see it. So it's more of this like, oh no, hold on, it's not called Cutie. I grabbed the wrong lip liner. I was about to say like it's pink. No, I grabbed the wrong liner. So sorry, itchy nose. But the lip liner, I think it's supposed to be pink, but on me I feel like it's almost a bit more peachy. But it's a really nice natural nude kind of color. And then the lip balm is like this slightly see-through but more pinky, there you go, pinky kind of color. It doesn't give off a lot of color, but it's really beautiful when it blends in with the liner. I really like how it's like this lip stylo kind of style. It's really comfortable to use and I love it. So you know, it's a tinted lip balm. It feels really nice. It's not the longest lasting because it's a lip balm, but I think it's a really good kit. I know they had a darker color as well, but I just wanted something lighter that I can wear every day. And again, I would like the lip liner to be a bit more pinky. Like I thought it's gonna be like a Charlotte Tilbury pillow talk kind of color, but it's a touch more peachy on me anyway. But either way, like once you blend it in with the lip balm, it's really nice. Or you know, you can even use it, I use it with this pink Lottie gloss before as well, and they look really nice together. I just want it to be a touch more pink, especially because this is pinky as well, and on me it just looks peachy for some reason. But either way, that's it. That's all I got and tried the past few months. I got a few more things again. Like I have a Huda cream blush. I have a few more skin products from the Disney Cult Classics collection. I'm not sure, I might have a few other things, but I feel like I haven't tried them enough yet to give you my opinion, so those will be in next month's video. I had a few more purchases, so I know that I will have another one of these videos coming next month as well, but that's it for now. If you like this style of video, let me know. I try to be as quick as possible, but I do like a longer video, both filming it and watching it. You know, if I want a short video, I'm gonna go on TikTok, but let me know what you think. If you tried any of these products, did you think the same as I did, or did you have different ideas? Let me know. For now, I'm gonna go because it's already so long. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. It means so much to me. We can chat about more makeup. You know, I love a good eyeshadow palette. I have a lot of first impressions, some project penning, a bit of anything that's beauty really. So that's it for now. I'm gonna go. I hope you have a lovely day and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!